first down. Here's White. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. He completes it right side away. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was third in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're scoreless after one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Roethlisberger. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. Dante Moncrief, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dante Moncrief, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is taken at the 3. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Brady gives this to White, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So
now White lost the football. And some room to work. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Boswell for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Wait, that 380. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's put that team on the clock. Sugar. 26 Mike.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin on the ground here with Connor. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Pull it high. Double bump. Check 4.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Whoosh.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
No, 66.
They'll run on 1st down. It's White, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10 is counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Like 30. Defense wins championships, baby.
Roethlisberger, a hand to counter. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
230.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Toss play, counter, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh